What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about this baby. So last video, I got a lot of questions on the range technology AFM DFM disabler. I recorded it on the way out here, but it was like 40 minutes long because I just kept rambling. So we're going to cut it down and get to the point. So essentially, a little background, 07 EPA, around 07, EPA came down with stricter guidelines on combined fuel economy for manufacturers. So Ford went to its twin turbo EcoBoost, GM went to active fuel management, and Ram did the kind of same thing with MDS, I think multiple displacement systems, something like that. Anyways, the way it works in the motor here, this is a small block push rod motor, so camshaft down at the bottom, push rods, lifters, valves. What they did, they have hydraulic lifters in the motor that are controlled by oil flow pretty much, and yeah, that's I'm gonna get that simple. So typically, or I guess back in the old days, you have mechanical lifters which would fail just over time by being worn out. In this case, hydraulic lifters can fail from being worn out, or for not getting proper oil flow, or by whatever computer is controlling them. So quick recap, hydraulic lifters controlled by a computer can shut them down, so it only runs off of, in this case, 4, in the DFM case, as little as 2. And to differentiate between active fuel management and dynamic fuel management, this truck, my 2021, has a 5.3 liter 6-speed with active fuel management, which means it will go from a V8 to a V4. So in, I don't even know the years, but I think 2018 in older trucks, you would actually see it on the little driver information center. It would tell you. Right down in here, there would be a little V8 sign, and if it was in active fuel management mode, it would simply switch to a V4. And that's the same system this truck has. However, when they switched to dynamic fuel management, it can go through so many different variations that they didn't have that display, so you didn't even know. And now I guess in the AFM ones, they're not even telling you. But yeah, AFM, V8, V4, DFM, as little as 2, as many as 8, so it can go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, technically. And this is all controlled by a computer, and it is all controlled by changing oil flow to the lifters in the motor. So you can have 1, bad lifters, 2, bad computer, 3, worn out parts. It's needlessly complicated, and it kind of ruined the reliability of Chevy's small block pushrod motors. Anyway, enough ramble jamble. Let's get to the range technology AFM DFM disabler. So all it is here, I'm not even gonna unplug it because I don't want to. It's so reliable, it is so good. There you go. It's just this chip that goes in the OBD2 port. That's all it is. Real simple. So basically what that chip does in this motor, it just overrides the computer and prevents it from deactivating the cylinders. I guess more in depth, it prevents the computer from changing the oil flow from deactivating the hydraulic lifters. There's a good chance I've been interchanging cylinders and lifters throughout this whole video just because I'm tired, but we're talking lifters here. There's the cylinder deactivation is caused by the lifters being deactivated. So that's it. It pretty much, it just overrides the computer, says, hey, don't do this. We need full power 100% of the time. So it runs all cylinders all the time, just like it should be. And so my ultimate review of this AFM DFM disabler, I actually bought this for $200. I think they're still $200. I bought it for my 2019 Silverado, which had a 5.3 liter 8-speed dynamic fuel management. So I bought it for that truck, and it works with all the other trucks. So it's the same chip. It's in this truck. So if you get a new truck, you know, every year, every 2 years, until they really screw things up and make it awful to deactivate, you can just throw it in different things. If you have 2 Chevy trucks, you know, if you had like a 2018 with AFM and a 2021 with DFM, and for whatever reason, you know, you can swap it between those 2, and it's super, you don't have to do anything. You literally plug it in, and then the truck runs as a V8. Like that's it. It is literally the easiest thing you can do for your truck. 5 out of 5. Love it. So main question was, where did I get it? Range Technology's website. I'm going to link it down below the video. There is a product of Holly. So, you know, Holly Dominator, Flowmaster, same company, race car parts pretty much. So Range Technology, website right there. You put your year, make, model, and motor in, I think, and then it'll tell you what comes up. So that chip works on 5.3 6-speed, 5.3 8-speed, I believe 5.3 10-speed. Does not work on 6.2 10-speed. You need a Pulsar LT for that. So all the 5.3s, V6, I don't even know. I'm sure all the V6s, I don't really know. I haven't even looked into that, but 5.3, 6, 8, 10-speed. Pretty sure on the 10-speed. Yeah, second most asked question is, will it save the motor? Yes and no. So a big reason the 21s are having issues right now is because there is an inherently bad batch of lifters on the truck. So my truck may have that. I'm not sure. I could be doomed here any second. But if you have an inherently bad batch of lifters in the truck and deactivate the system, the lifters are still probably going to put out eventually. If you have a good batch of lifters, you're going to save it. I keep standing in the middle of the road while cars drive up. It's hilarious. Yeah, so anyway, if you have a good batch of lifters, by preventing them from being, you know, shut on, off, on, off, on, off all the time, multiple times, not certain, but you're probably going to have your motor last a little bit longer. You know, if they're not getting shut down, turn on, shut down, turn on, shut down, turn on. If they're just running like regular, like as they should, you're probably going to be pretty good. And all this with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert mechanic. It could be the same thing. It seems historically, by turning it off, people have spared their motors, especially with the AFM. And even then, I know people that will go to long lengths to actually remove all of the technology from the motor, like pull it apart, take those lifters out, like remove it all, and just put regular either hydraulic or mechanical lifters in there, and then, you know, you're good to go. So I can't say for certain. I'm not going to promise anything, but if you do your independent research on these things and see people that have turned the system off, especially with the AFM motors, it's really saved their motor and their lifters. So with the DFM, I don't think it's been tried and true enough, which is why the last video I posted, I'm not really worried about this truck unless I have the bad batch of lifters in it. But even then, worst case scenario, like worst case scenario, my truck's in the shop for probably a couple weeks while they fix it, because it's under warranty for a long time. So Range Technology, AFM, DFM disabler, 5 out of 5. I would definitely recommend it. It makes the truck drive a lot better, especially my black truck was night and day. This one, I haven't even driven it enough without it in to tell you, and I don't want to. So that tells you how much. I don't want to pull the product out of the truck. I won't even take it out when I take it to the dealership, because I don't want to mess with it. I want it to run without that system going, because I want this thing to last me forever. So yeah, I really like it. I would definitely recommend it to someone that wants their truck to drive better, perhaps be more reliable. It's $200. It's not bad. Interchangeable. Great job. Their customer support is also like top freaking notch too. My initial chip that I bought, it wasn't deactivating my auto start stop, which this truck doesn't have, thank you God, in the black truck. And so I called them, they're like, all right, new chip is on the way right now. When you get it, send the old one back. They're based out of Utah. Super awesome, super easy to deal with. I 100% recommend them. So 5 out of 5, 6 out of 5, love it. We'll see you in the next one.